Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jessica. I'm going to kind of quickly run through my July 2026 planner kit lineup. I think I'm probably going to take a break from weekly memory keeping videos in the month of July just because there's not a lot happening and I don't feel like I'm going to have any great stories to tell. And also I would like to kind of take a little bit of a mental break from the hustle and bustle of filming, editing, uploading to YouTube before I go back to work and things get really busy in August. And also we've got a bunch of events in August. So after this, I will film my July monthly video. You'll see what I'm talking about with there not being a lot going on, which leaves a lot of open space for spending time with family and just doing things on the fly, which is nice, but I don't have a lot of set plans for July. And then after that, I will catch up on the last few Plan With Me's I have to do for June. And then I'll probably, honestly, you're probably not even going to notice that much of a break because there's probably only a week or two, or maybe a week and a half, where I'm not going to have, or at least looking at my schedule right now, forecasting, I'll probably not have videos towards the end of July for just a little bit. And then hopefully we'll be back in August, although my fall schedule is really filling up. And so I'm scared that I might end up really far behind because I gotta work. Unfortunately, my work is highly seasonal and mostly available in the fall, which kind of stresses me out, but it's fine. We've done it before. We'll do it again. We gotta do it. So without further ado, let's get into the lineup. You don't need to know all of that stuff about my life. So for my monthly view, because I do still like to do a monthly view, usually at the beginning of the month, because I like having something that I can forecast what is happening that month and then add to it as the month goes by. I have a monthly kit from Planner Pixie Co. She doesn't name her kits, so I don't know what this is called. It's one of the last few monthly kits of hers that I could pick up that wasn't clearly AI generated art. So I've used pretty much every non-AI kit from her at this point in the monthly view. So this is the sidebar. I really like this scene. I forget who did this art. I want to say it was probably Stick with the Plan Co. But actually I can't remember. There's two shops. There's one that's an artist and there's one that's a character sticker designer, and I can never remember which name goes with which. So but yeah, I think that's who did this art, is something with Stick with the Plans or Stick to the Plan. I don't know. If you know, let me know. So I really do love this pool scene. These boxes are really nice. I do really something I like about the Planner Pixie Co. design for monthly kits is that there's these lines on these types of stickers, so you can very easily cut them out. I've been loving the Caress Press monthly kits. I've used them for 6 months at this point, but if you ever do have to cut up one of these long strips that goes at the top of the month, it is a little tricky to figure out where you're supposed to cut, and so it's been a little bit of a challenge. So, but either way, I like it. I like most people's monthly kits. They're pretty easy to use. There's all of these. Sorry, there was a weird noise. I think there was an airplane going overhead. There are these lovely square boxes, and then I love this pool scene as well, and these labels. I love this sun pattern, but I generally love this color and this color as well, but I love all the colors in this kit. And then you get some full boxes and little things, and then I believe that's the kit. Yes, so that's what I'm going to use in July. I don't have monthly kits for the rest of the year at this point. I'm going to be figuring that out pretty soon. I might even start doing printables for monthly kits, because now that I have a silhouette, that's one of the easiest types of kits to print, I would think. So anyway, if I am running out of monthly kits from shops that I like, I will try to find some printable ones. Okay, let me get some stuff out of the way. I'm sure this is a very busy background for this video, and we will get into what I'm going to use for my weekly memory keeping. I think I got glue at some point on my desk protector. This is a clear desk protector that I got from Office Depot or something, and thank goodness I have it, because this desk would be destroyed if I didn't. But yeah, there's something stuck to it. So these are for my weekly memory keeping, whatever you want to call it, Plan With Me's, spreads, whatever. Like I said, I probably won't be filming these for July because I don't know what's going on in July, but there's not a lot. These are, oh wait, now I have this flipped. Not that it really matters because I don't know what's happening these weeks. So I could switch these. That happens a lot to me in the summer. But what I've got pulled for July 6th through the 12th, I covered the week of 4th of July in my June lineup, so you can go back and look at it there. I'm using a cat themed kit because July 1st is always my adoptiversary with my second cat. So that's what I use for that week. But yeah, these are leftovers from Cinderella Paper's kit called Something Blue, and then I have an extra full box here from a freebie that I feel like works well with this art. So it's kind of like beachside, kind of gives like Cape Cod-ish or maybe like Coney Island vibes. I haven't been to either, so yeah. I've been to Massachusetts, I've been to New York. I haven't been to either of those two places specifically though that I just described. But yeah, I still have washi left over. This is on Cinderella Paper's like glossy paper though, so I will have to use a Sharpie with this. I'm trying to get these types of kits out of my collection. I only have probably this one left at this point. I used to order from Cinderella Paper a lot, but then because I'm pretty sure because of the tariffs that the US imposed, now shipping from her is really high. That's unfortunate. I love this jukebox and wine glass box. So yeah, I used this one like 2 years ago at this point, I think. And now I just want to use the leftovers. So yeah. Don't know what I'm going to do this week. I'm thinking like at some point in July, I'm going to want to go out to the coast and enjoy the cooler weather out there, but we shall see. So that's for July 6th. And then you already kind of saw a preview of this, but for July 13th through the 19th, I have no plans to go to an aquarium, but I'm going to use, this is another shop that I used to shop with quite a bit, but it is closed now, Apple Blossom Prints. This was called Aquamarine. This is the clip art kits. Aquarium art, which is gorgeous. I'm sure other shops still have this. And then this art, I'm pretty sure was Dinda's palettes. And then this was Kipnish Dress. I like to give shout outs to the artists because honestly, where would we all be without them? We'd be using like either AI clip art at this point, or before that, it was like the most generic clip art sets. And like, we are so blessed to have people who want to sell us their art, and we should pay them for that. Get off my soapbox now, but honestly, I live on that soapbox because I'm a writer, and I would love to be paid for that, but I've had to resort to teaching because honestly, it is so hard to get paid as a writer, especially now. Yikes. Anyway, yeah, this is the aquarium kit. I obviously will not use like all of these together. I love this otter, so dang cute. So I'll use this scene and this scene probably. I still have washi left over, which is really cute. Oh, and I still have deco left over too. I didn't realize that. So sometimes when I don't have like a lot of full boxes left, I will just use the deco like to decorate an empty full box in the planner if you're using a vertical planner. And that works just fine for me, especially for weeks where it's just like, I don't know what's going on and nothing might happen. I don't really care that much. I love the patterns in this kit so much. And then yeah, like see, I barely used any of these. This would be a fun one to have underlays with just because you got these cute squared off, or not squared off, these cute like rounded half boxes, or like, yeah, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. So yeah, that's for July 13th. Maybe we will go to an aquarium. I don't know. But that's where everyone goes this time of year because their kids are out of school and it's hot outside. So aquariums in July, wouldn't recommend. Not in California anyway, they're very crowded. Then for July 20th through the 26th, I have leftovers from Cafe with Anna. This is the Puerto Rico kit. She definitely still has this in shop, so I've got some of the extra pattern boxes. Of course, the first time that I used this was for going to Puerto Rico. So I have the Ultimate Kit version. I have leftovers of that. I'm going to pull in this Simply Gilded washi that kind of matches and has these hollow bows on it. This was the Planner Con exclusive washi. So you can't buy this one, but I thought it went well with this kit. I don't even know what Simply Gilded is up to anymore. I have not caught up. But yeah, I figured this is obviously a good summer kit, even if you're not in Puerto Rico, which there's a whole water situation in Puerto Rico right now. Definitely look it up and educate yourself on it. It's awful. And obviously, like, I was a tourist there, so like I'm one to talk, but we were there in the winter time, and like there's definitely more demand on the system in summertime. And then also, regardless of whoever you are, like we should be advocating for, hey, if we're gonna control an island as our territory as the US, like we should be doing a lot better with the infrastructure. So there's so many soapboxes in this video, but I pay rent on the soapbox. So yeah, we should take better care of Puerto Rico. Or yeah, anyway, it's a complicated political situation. Yeah, love this kit. And also I looked it up because I know Bad Bunny is on tour right now, and I think his tour ends this week, that I would be using this kit. And then also we have a Puerto Rican restaurant in town, so maybe we'll go there for dinner, and then it would be relevant there. The boxes I have saved are like not Puerto Rico specific. They're more like generic summary, but like I will know that it's a Puerto Rico kit. Then I have this little Life is Better in flip-flops that I could like put over one of these pattern boxes. I forget which shop this is from. I think this is from Pink Leaf Prints. So I thought the colors matched and the vibes matched as well. So that'll be for July 20th. And then finally for July 27th through, I don't know what day this week ends on, August 2nd, I think. I'm also going to use more Cafe with Anna leftovers. These are leftovers from a mini kit, which you would be surprised, even with just a mini kit, especially from Cafe with Anna, because she does really skinny little things, which are lovely for many reasons. Because if you're like me and you mark like a million tiny things in your planner, these are so great. But then also if you really want to show off underlays, these are so great. So yeah, this was Boba and Bites. I believe this one is still in the shop as well. And this is this could be like a spring kit as well, but for some reason I get summer vibes from it. If you like matcha and other like Asian desserts, this is a great kit for you. So yeah, I've been using a couple of kit leftovers from Anna's shop that I just had mini kit leftovers from like the past like month or so, and like I made it work. I have an extensive multicolor leftovers collection at this point, so I can pull stuff in. And then also like I'm okay with, because a lot of times I don't use underlays, I'm okay with like just putting a character sticker on the planner as well. So I will use up what I have. It'll be a little challenging with only 3 glitter headers, but I also often have glitter headers in my leftovers collection somehow. So I will figure it out. I love this date cover pattern. And then this is a sheet that I had from a Cinderella paper like grab bag, which I feel like the colors match fairly well. They're not exact matches, but they're complementary. Like if we look at it with like this scene, like these work pretty well. So I have a bunch of little things and like pattern flags and stuff there. So I think I will be able to get through the week. And this week in particular, I have no idea what's going on. So I might just be sitting around eating ice cream, quite frankly, because it might be really hot. Who knows? And then I have kind of this like Sakura Cherry Blossom washi that's pretty old, but I still like it. And I thought it would go well with this and also go well with the theme of like, you know, like mochi and matcha and lots of other what do you call it? Desserts. I don't know. Sakura season is definitely not in the summer, it's in the spring, but you know, it's fine. So going in backwards order, for July 27th, we have Boba and Bites leftovers from Cafe with Anna. For July 20th, another Cafe with Anna kit with Simply Gilded washi. This is Puerto Rico. For July 13th, we have Aquarium from Apple Blossom Prints. And then for July 6th, sorry if you can see my hair, July 6th, we have Something Blue from Cinderella Paper. And then at the beginning of the month in the monthly pages, I'll be using this unnamed kit, 85 monthly from Planner Pixie Co. So that's what I've got going for July. Let me know what you're using down below. I feel like most people use like summer kits unless they're in a part of the world where it's not currently summer. That's kind of what I lean into anyway, being in the northern hemisphere. Let me know what you're using. Let me know how you're doing down below, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.